I'm working up a bit of a sweat. I've no idea how far I've walked. I'll measure it once I get home, but I've just come away from the lake because I remembered there's this path here that leads, it's about half a mile, not even that. It leads to the road over there. But there's an area here which I've never really come to check out because it's always been a little bit overgrown, but they've been over here with the hedge trimmers and things like that. See, there's a series of ponds that take all the water off the road and the surrounding fields, and they go all the way along there, and then drain into the main lake, and then go into the river where I was at the other day. So I'll just have a little walk around here. I've come around the wrong side first because I've got the sun in my eyes, but I'll just walk round it very quickly. Fast forward maybe. Very nice if you're into painting trees. It's lovely. These old, I think these are very old oaks. I just want to find a little place here. Probably stop. If not, no, I'm not going to paint nothing, and I'm not going to paint if I'm sat in the sun. So let's have a look here. No, there's nothing to paint there. I've done all this before. No, nothing to paint here. So I'll move on. Go back to the lake. And plus I'd just be sat in the sun, so it wouldn't be very pleasant. That's where I came in. So let's just keep the video going, and then I'll fast forward it so that you can see the little path that I'm just practicing on. I know it's nothing like what I'm going to be up against in Virginia, but at the moment it's all I've got until I can, well, no, this is just to make sure that my straps are not digging in, the weight on my back, I'm very comfortable with that. Let me just turn you a little. Yeah, you see, they keep all that overgrown and they'll do some duck shooting on there. This is Cumberry Bold. The road's just over there. It's quite a busy road, that, because it's the main road in from all the villages that go into town. So it's, in the morning it's very, very busy. No fun to walk around. And this is quite a nice area. Could I paint here? Don't have to be much to paint. Just check there's no dog crap. Yeah, I'm going to paint here. I'm going to stop here. I'm under the shade, look. Yeah. Paint that. Or paint that. Let me unload my backpacks and get back to you. Now that's the scene I've decided on. That's the path coming in from being joined by some fence. And that here is a little pond, but we won't know that unless we know that they're the kind of weeds that grow around ponds. And then the stream goes up there and goes past and then onto that pond where I was earlier. Now there's this here, which is a nice view of the track, but I'm not too keen to paint that big chunk of, don't know what that's going to be, hawthorn or several trees there. So I'm going to go with this view here. We've got the, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Yeah, there you go. That's a bee hovering around, or a drone. Yeah, never mind, whatever. This is the problem when you're sketching, is that the book won't sit still on your lap. You can get a paint box that will. So what I will do when I get to the States, I shall ask my host family to give me a board, which is just the same size as this, like that. So it's going to be like, what, 2 feet by 12, 13, 14 inches. That'll leave a little space here for me to put things on. And then I can clamp that on there, and I can, that'll keep my sketchboard nice and solid. Now let's have that path goes up there. an angle up there, and then comes in like that. There's some wood board there which supports the and then that is all. The path also comes down there, so I'll just fill that in. Now this will be a good example then, because I haven't got any water with me now, but I can go over to the, I'll walk now back over to the lake, and I know I'm by the water, and I know in the bin I'll find an old water bottle that I can cut and make a water container out of. So that's the lake that comes up there. There's one main tree here. So what I'll do is I'll draw this in now like this. Okay. Just put in these things roughly. There's a main load of trees behind there and some sky. Okay, we can't see that. There's it's about a 30-degree angle there. Some posts that come up there, then that all comes around there. And then the red part of the worn trail will be in there. Alright. And then now what I was saying earlier on, I'm just going to cut from here. What I was saying earlier on, there's that people are talking about not taking a solar panel with me on the Appalachian Trail. But you see, as I stop to sketch for 20 minutes, the sunshine, I can put it out in the sunshine. So I'm still a bit iffy. The reason I would not take my solar panel at the moment is because it's an old one and it's not quite charging as quickly as it used to. So I'd have to be prepared to, you know, I'll probably get maybe just 2 charges out of it. Now this here is all these fir trees. Fern. Don't know what they're called. I'm sure they would have been collected at some time to make thatch roofs. Anyway, I'll take a photograph of them. And then there's a tree here. It's about I'd say about 20 feet closer to me than that one. But they look to be about the same size, so not to worry, just pull that in. Just roughly give the outline of the shape. I'm not really bothered, because what I'll do is I'll finish this at home, and then I can show you how I can start a sketch on the trail, and either due to weather or light, take it away, take a photograph, and then when I'm at a shelter or I'm in my tent that evening at the campsite, just put in some quick watercolour. Alright, that's all I need. Now, colours. It gives you some scale of there. There's some people coming up there. There's a whole load of bramble here. So the bramble, let's just put that 1. I'll just put some notes to myself. 1 bramble. And it's like a reddy brown. So that will be alizarin crimson and burnt umber. The reeds are more of a yellow ochre. 2 reeds, yellow ochre. The path is rare salmon. Okay, and they can hear me talking English. And talking English. Il a parlé anglais, lui. Je crois, oui. Now what there is here, this is nice, is a sign, and that's a red sign. It's probably no fishing, no swimming, or something daft like that. And I've got all these shadows coming in here, which I'll put in here. Shadows. Okay, and then that shadow will come right across there, and up there. And then in this distant field where the where the lake begins, I can just put low trees and then high trees. And what is nice is that there's some crow's nest. It could be crow's nest, it could be mistletoe. I think that's mistletoe. It's mistletoe. But I'll put in some crow's nests. Crow's nests. So there I've got a very simple sketch. It's taken me 9 minutes, 8.5 minutes. And I'll finish this one at home. I'll now move to the lake. I'll set myself up again. There's a table so I can get myself set up, and I'll get some water going, and I'll do another watercolour, and this sketch I'll turn back into a watercolour when I get home.